What wasn't cool? You're not cool. You still need a mic check? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Before the city can renew the contract for the cameras. Marie.
You're watching WEAR News, the Morning Current on WFGX.
Good morning and welcome, yes, to the Morning Current. Glad you're with us and you're going to be involved in the show more than other news shows, I believe. That's what we like about doing the Morning Current, so stand by to get involved. I'm Jared Willits.
I'm Laura Hussey, but first let's get right to the First Warning Weather Center and meteorologist Brooke Richardson, because if you got used to that nice warm weather, this morning is a shock. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And we are going to be looking very chilly as you go through your day today. Starting off right now in the 30s, we'll be in the 50s for your high. So grab the big jackets. It is still going to be looking like a lovely day, nice and sunny skies, but we are going to be quite cold. So make sure you have the jackets as you are heading out and about. Right now we are seeing the 30s. We're seeing about 36 Pensacola, 36 Navarre, 32 in Century, briefly dropping to freezing, but we weren't there for too long. We have been there for about 30 minutes now. So you should start to warm up as that sun gets a little bit higher. We do have your feels like temperatures feeling much cooler than it actually is, and that's because of the winds that we have, 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds, making it feel more like the 20s and low 30s. So make sure you are bundled up. We are looking at much lower than what we were seeing yesterday, about 10 to 15 degrees lower, so a big drop down. We're expecting your highs today to get into the 50s. Radar is staying dry. We're going to be looking at some nice weather as you go into your afternoon. Once again, just chilly, so jackets.
Checking out your first look at traffic this morning. Wow, what a pretty shot. May feel cold out there, but it looks beautiful. Light traffic on the 3 Mile Bridge, and it is now a minute after 7 o'clock.
First order of business this morning, President Trump ramping up his pressure on Iran and threatening possible military action as the government in Iran is cracking down on anti-government protesters.
President Trump says Iranian leaders may want diplomacy as the U.S. escalates threats against that government. A human rights group claims at this point that more than 500 people have been killed during a government crackdown on protesters.
The crowds, what are they angry about? Well, they're angry about the state of the economy. Record high food prices, gas prices as well. Anger on the streets in Iran spreading to major cities around the world.
I'll show you some video out of Los Angeles. Here we go. A man in custody after driving that U-Haul. The crowd was protesting the current Iranian government. The truck flashing back to decades ago with a sign that said, "No Shah, no regime, USA, don't repeat 1953.
The crowd eventually pulled the driver out and attacked him before police got him and took him into custody. At the same time, Iran has already threatened to target American and Israeli military bases if the U.S. would intervene.
A U.S. official says the president has been briefed on a range of options for military strikes. A meeting is set for tomorrow to talk about any possible response.
Here at home, federal prosecutors opening a criminal investigation into the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell.
Now, this is all related to his testimony in front of a Senate committee about the multi-billion-dollar renovation of 2 Federal Reserve buildings. But Jay Powell claims the investigation is really about the president's pressure campaign to get Powell to lower interest rates.
Overnight, the president denying any involvement in the probe, but for 2 weeks ago, He made this threat, if you will, quote, "We're thinking of bringing a suit against Powell for incompetence. It's going to end up costing more than $4 billion.
Renovations for the agency that is supposed to keep our economy stable ballooned past the initial budget estimates. They were the subject of a public showdown last July when Trump paid a rare visit to the Fed. The Fed has attributed spending overruns to unforeseen cost increases.
Overnight, the financial markets turning lower in response, yes, to that investigation.
Yeah, gold and silver futures, though, up stratospherically. Here's your chance to weigh in. You can scan the QR right there on your screen. Do you believe the investigation into Jerome Powell is justified? We will share the final results tomorrow morning, but right now the no's have it.
As I mentioned at the top of the show, the Morning Current's all about engagement with you. You can scan the QR on your screen and join in the conversation with pictures, videos, and commentary. Let us know questions you have. Could be tied to any story or something happening in your town, or maybe just any general question at all.
Here's how fast time flies. It was 1 year ago that the city of Pensacola put in those red light cameras in several problem areas, the hope to reduce the number of crashes when people run those red lights.
To date, close to 30,000 citations have been issued. WEAR's Aria Circa out and about this morning to tell us more about what they've found out. Good morning.
Good morning. So before the city can renew the contract for those cameras, Pensacola police, they must give an update about how well and how effective those cameras have been, and there also needs to be an opportunity for public input. Now, the cameras are primarily on 9th Avenue, where it intersects at Bayou, Airport, Fairfield, and Gregory Street. The last one sits at Davis Highway and Fairfield Drive. Mayor D.C. Reeves is a proponent of continuing the cameras because he says there simply isn't enough manpower.
We don't have enough officers to sit at our 5 problem intersections 24 hours a day. We don't have enough 160 plus sworn officers. We don't have enough people to administer that consistent. There's something else that we could do to make it more prominent. We haven't had any substantive discussions around those tactics, but again, I want to sit down with our police department and sense exactly what's going on.
Reeves says the city will look at other options this week after analyzing the data from the past year. The Pensacola Police Department is set to give that update and that presentation today at the City Council Agenda Conference at 3:30, but no action will be taken until Thursday at the regular City Council meeting. Laura, Jared?
And yes, we'd like to know what you think. Scan the QR code on your screen to answer, do you believe those red light cameras have been effective at reducing crashes, yes or no? Results tomorrow morning right here.
Cold weather shelters are opening in Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties. It is cold out there. A Waterfront Rescue Mission opened their shelter in Pensacola yesterday afternoon on West Herman Street. They will stay open throughout the week as long as the temps are below 40 degrees.
The Ferris Hill Baptist Church will open tonight on Chafin Street in Milton. People should arrive between 6:30 and 8:30. The shelter will close at 7 o'clock in the morning.
In Okaloosa County, One Hopeful Place opens at 4 p.m. That's in Fort Walton Beach on the North Beale Extension. But if you're downtown, the buses can pick you up at 3:30 in the afternoon at 205 Shell Avenue. We have not heard word back on whether the North End shelter in Crestview is open.
For those having trouble filling the pantry, there'll be a food distribution today in Pensacola at the Cokesbury United Methodist Church. That's on 9th Avenue. They say they have 5,000 pounds of food. The parking lot opens in less than an hour, 8 o'clock. Distribution starts at 10.
They're going to run it till noon or until the supplies run out. It's first come, first serve, and they're asking please bring an ID.
We do like to see what's going on in your world. You can help us out by sending your pictures and videos. Text WEAR TV to 95577. Easier still, just chime in from our website.
Anti-ICE protests growing nationwide after that deadly shooting in Minneapolis. The response from the Trump administration and what some lawmakers are now calling for.
The big weekend for NFL fans. We'll take a look at the wild card games and who came out on top.
Who wants coffee?
Well, I want coffee.
Monday morning, extra cup maybe? Whether it's your first or your third, we offer you cheers. Let's take a coffee break. Anti-ICE protests are continuing in many cities after the fatal shooting of Renee Good in Minneapolis.
Demonstrations all weekend from New York to L.A. In Minneapolis, law enforcement clashed with protesters. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says hundreds more federal agents are being sent there, thousands already there now.
And the Trump administration insisting this ICE agent acted in self-defense when he shot Renee Good last week. Lawmakers in Minnesota insist Good did not commit any offense. They're calling for transparency in the FBI's investigation.
Now in Congress, some Democrats are threatening to freeze funding for ICE unless reforms are made. Reforms could include a ban on face masks and a requirement that agents show warrants.
We're waiting to find out more this morning about a suspicious object found at the Palm Beach International Airport shortly before the president arrived there.
It was found yesterday as the president was headed there from Mar-a-Lago. White House says it caused presidential motorcade to take a detour. That's all they've told us.
All right, we have one person in jail, we are told, after a devastating fire at a synagogue in Mississippi.
Happened Saturday at Jackson Synagogue. Only one there. Happened in the middle of the night. It was closed at the time. No one inside. A suspect found at a local hospital with some non-life-threatening burn injuries. Once medically cleared, the suspect will be released to the FBI, expected to file charges.
At this point, we're told it is a possible hate crime. The congregation is still assessing the damage. They say they do intend to rebuild, and several local churches offered this synagogue the use of their buildings as they do try to put their location back together. A
Torah that survived the Holocaust was behind glass, not damaged in the fire. Synagogue was the site of a Ku Klux Klan bombing in 1967, tied to their role in civil rights activities.
7:12 now, football lots. The Patriots celebrating their first postseason win since the Tom Brady era.
Patriots defense shut down the Chargers, sacking Justin Herbert 6 times, final 16-3. The 49ers knocked out defending Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Game was filled with drama. How about this? A security officer had to break up a fight between receiver A.J. Brown and coach Nick Sirianni. Final score 23-19.
And while the Niners move on, they will be without tight end George Kittle. He tore his Achilles. Okay, in Jacksonville, a tough battle against the Bills. 4 fourth-quarter lead changes tied a postseason record. The final score was 27-24, Buffalo Bills.
Heartbreaker for folks in Duval, right? The biggest lead change of the weekend came in the Packers-Bears showdown. Down 21-3 in the third, the Bears pulled off a comeback for the ages, scored 15 in the last 4.5 minutes to win. Final score 31-27. Fans attributing the win to Pope Leo, saying the Chicago native may have blessed the Bears at the Vatican.
I remember the guys on Saturday Night Live back when Mike Ditka was coach. It was the Pope Leo thing just reminded me. What if Pope Leo blessed the Bears and then they won? Anyway, they're literally selling Pope Leo jerseys at this point. We do have one wild card game left, the Steelers hosting the Texans, and that was tonight right here on WEAR.
And we have more. The stage is set for the College Football Playoff National Championship.
Big game Friday night in which Indiana really dominated Oregon, 56-22. The final.
Miami faces Indiana in the championship January 19th at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Kickoff 6:30. You can watch it on ESPN.
And if you still have any energy for football, if they have not worn you out with all the hype, scan that QR code. We want to know who you think will win the national championship, Indiana or Miami. I saw this video on X over the weekend. It is just about the cutest thing. Jared, I got to get out of this little guy's way. This is at a zoo in Warsaw, Poland. This tiny little deer, I got to go further back, is taking on this really, really big old rhino.
It looks like the rhino is, well, running away almost.
It's like they're playing. Watch how he bounces around. It reminds me of like my cats and dogs doing this. Apparently, this guy is 28 pounds, the little deer, an Asian deer. The rhino weighing in at 1.7 tons.
I wonder why they're in the same enclosure.
I guess because they can't hurt each other.
I guess. Zoo says the deer is separated from his female companion temporarily. Well, that'll put you in a mood.
Yeah, apparently the little deer is in heat, so maybe he's not exactly thinking straight. But look at how the rhino just plays with him. Animals are so amazing.
Wild Kingdom right here on the Morning Current.
I love it so much. Oh my, okay, well, AJ, thank you for putting that in. That was my favorite video of the weekend. Look at this. You can't tell that outside. You'll be just shivering.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a beautiful day. We're going to be looking at some gorgeous conditions, just very, very cold. So as you are heading out and about, just make sure you grab the jackets. Outside of that, we're going to be looking at some sunshine, a few passing clouds. Temperatures will be in the 50s for your highs today, so it is going to be a big difference from what we were seeing last week. Right now, we are taking that look over Okaloosa Island. You can see just that gorgeous sunrise we have right now. We do have a few clouds. Currently, your temperatures, they are going to be ranging anywhere from the mid to upper 30s along the coastline. Inland, we have temperatures just at that freezing mark. We haven't been there long, so we're not looking at that freeze watch, but we do have temperatures much cooler than yesterday. Your winds right now, they are at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. This is going to be a big factor in what it feels like outside right now. It does feel more like the 20s and 30s, so that's why you want the big jackets today. Even in the afternoon, it's going to be remaining a little breezy, so it is going to be feeling nice and cool. Your radar is going to stay dry today. We'll have a few passing clouds. Heading into the rest of the week, we do have a couple of cold fronts we're going to be tracking. We do have a small chance of rain with them, but it does not look too widespread with the rain chance. So let's check out the first one. It does come in on Wednesday. We'll look at some sunshine on that Tuesday. As you head into your Wednesday, we will start to see a few showers. So that's going to be the extent of the rain chance with this cold front. It's going to be warmer with this as well. We'll actually be in the 60s for highs on Wednesday. That's going to be warm, humid, but it doesn't last long because that cold front just really reinforces that cooler, drier air. And you can see this. 50s for today, upper 50s tomorrow. Wednesday will be the warmest one. This is where we have that small rain chance, that cold front. Cold front finally dips in as we head into Thursday morning. So Thursday morning, we'll actually wake up in the upper 30s. We will be cooling off as you go through the day as temperatures get into the 40s possibly as we head into the afternoon. We'll be looking chilly for Friday morning, but we should warm back up into the upper 50s and then upper 50s Saturday. Sunday, temperatures drop again because Saturday is where we'll have our next cold front. So here's a look at that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook because this is a cool week. It does not look too warm as we go each and every day. We'll still stay 50s, possibly getting closer to 60 on Wednesday, but back in the 50s and possibly upper 40s on Thursday. Temperatures are going to be below average, and this is a trend for most of the southeast. We were starting off our January very cold, very warm with those temperatures in the 70s. Now we're looking at the complete opposite with temperatures looking below average as we head into the week ahead. Sea-time rain forecast. We are dealing with 1 foot for the Gulf. Winds are out of the north-northeast at about 10 to 15 knots for today. And we do have your yellow flags flying with a good chance we'll have either yellow or green flags as we go later on today. Let's take a look at that week ahead. You can see we do have the 50s for today. Tomorrow we will be looking at the 60s as we head into Wednesday. Small chance of rain there, 20%. That's going to be with our cold front that does bring temperatures cooler as we head into Thursday. Temperatures will be in the 40s for your highs on Thursday. Some of us could reach around 50, but it is going to be quite cool. As you head into Friday, we will be looking at the upper 50s. Saturday is our next cold front, our second one, 58 degrees with 20% chance of those light showers. And then behind that, temperatures drop again, low 50s for Sunday.
It is 7:19. Let's take a quick look outdoors, shall we? This is 110 near Cervantes in Pensacola. Very light traffic there at the moment, and we have no reports of anything that might slow you down.
Awards season is officially open. Coming up, the Golden Globes is the celebrities that showed and a breakdown of the top winners of the night. Forget football season, y'all. It's awards season.
I know.
The gowns, the awards, and the big show was last night, the first of the season, the Golden Globes, with Nikki Glaser returning as host, and some somewhat predictable wins.
Yeah, one battle after another, one for motion picture, musical, or comedy, and Hamnet won for motion picture drama.
Timothy Chalamet won for Marty Supreme. In the TV category, Adolescents got 5 awards, first ever award for the best podcast as well.
Yeah, no, Adolescents got the TV awards, but
Yeah.
Amy Poehler,
Yes.
got the best podcast. Her show is called Good Hang. I have not checked that one out, but I will now.
I know Vanessa's excited about this one. K-pop Demon Hunters won best animated motion picture.
One last note, bring back Gervais.
Bring back Ricky Gervais, or just Google his classic monologue. Oh my God, that was
It was
good
the
stuff.
best ever.
All right. Speaking of rehashing things a little bit, we promise this is maybe the last time that
Haven't you promised this before?
I think we made a promise and broke it before, but Stranger Things for real is over now. The documentary came out last night that put the final nail in Conformity Gate.
We have a Stranger Things expert, right?
Indeed, our beloved producer AJ. And AJ, this isn't an actual brain rot report. This is more like just a Stranger Things wrap.
This is a Stranger Things rot report. The whole world rotted together on this topic for a week now. Jared, you were out, but last week we had Aria even come into the studio and walk us through it's called Conformity Gate. It was this idea that there's a secret after the finale episode that actually buttons up the end of the series, and it was supposed to come out on January 7th. It didn't, and this was us on January 8th.
Aww.
And then they said, that's okay, it's going to come out on the 9th because it's supposed to be the 9th episode, and then it didn't come out. And then today, the Stranger Things documentary, I think it's called One Last Adventure, comes out, and everyone thought they're going to trick us into thinking they're releasing the documentary, and that's going to be the final episode. And guess what, guys? It's just the documentary. They didn't.
Yeah.
There's no episode. It's just the documentary. We were wrong all along. No one was ready to let go of Stranger Things. So it really is the end. And I want to take this moment, though, Jared. You know, Stranger Things went over like 10 years. For 10 years, I've been telling Jared Willits that he needs to watch Stranger Things. It's right up his alley. He still hasn't watched it. So, Jared, right now, in front of the whole world, I'm telling you, you have to watch Stranger Things.
Available on what streaming service?
Netflix.
I have Netflix. I will. 10 years worth of this?
Yeah,
I'll have to commit some
5
time.
seasons.
You try to tell him stuff, AJ. You try.
Well, when I get done with Landman, I'll move to Stranger Things.
And I will watch Landman. If you watch Stranger Things, I will watch Landman.
That's a deal. You'll love Landman.
I love a compromise.
Yes, there we go.
All right, thanks.
Chime In is sponsored by Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
All right, this is from Renee Garner. Look at our paradise. What a gorgeous sunrise or sunset.
Oh my gosh, those colors. And from Shara Kramer, we have. I think we have. There we go. A bayou shot in Pensacola. Look at that. I love it.
When the morning current continues, the president with yet another warning, this one to Cuba. What he has to say about their response from their country's leader and the back and forth, that's on the way. President Trump says the administration is, quote, working really well with Venezuela.
Yesterday, Trump said interim President Delcy Rodriguez has asked the U.S. to take 50 million barrels of oil worth about $4 billion. That oil, we are told, is now on its way to the States. And Rodriguez has said she is open to cooperating with Trump around his demands for oil.
Last week, the president met with some big oil executives, hopes of convincing them to invest $100 billion into Venezuela's oil sector. Some not really convinced. That included Exxon CEO Darren Woods. He had some skepticism here over the current situation in Venezuela.
Trump says that he feels inclined to leave out Exxon from further meetings regarding Venezuela's oil. Right now, Chevron is the only U.S. company operating in Venezuela. That is through a joint venture with the Venezuelan National State Oil Company.
And the president is now warning Cuba to make a deal regarding Venezuelan oil.
This was a social media post from yesterday. Trump said no more oil or money will be going to Cuba. He urged Cuban leaders to make a deal, quote, before it's too late. He also said security services that Cuba provided for Venezuela would be ending.
The president of Cuba, rebuffing the Trump's demand for a deal, says the island is independent and a sovereign nation that will not be bossed around.
The U.S. military has launched a new wave of attacks against ISIS in Syria.
Over the weekend, they say strikes are in retaliation for the deaths of 2 American soldiers from Iowa and a civilian interpreter last month. You remember, of course. ISIS members shot and killed Sergeant Edgar Brian Torres Tovar, Sergeant William Nathaniel Howard, and interpreter on December 13th. They say Saturday's strike hit more than 35 targets. Hundreds of American troops are stationed in Syria.
That is part of the U.S. long-standing mission to fight ISIS in that country. And now authorities say the U.S. military is trying to target the remaining ISIS members in Syria so they will not pose a danger to U.S. service members in the region.
Back home, the Florida legislative session is scheduled to begin tomorrow in beautiful Tallahassee.
They're going to be busy. Hundreds of bills have already been filed, with more expected before tomorrow's noon deadline.
Lawmakers will tackle a lot of things, of course, AI being a big one. The state budget, certainly, education, property taxes, another big discussion on that, local governments, health care, and more.
Of course, we'll be following several of those key bills as they work their way through the system. The session lasts 60 days.
And the Florida Senate will consider Senate Bill 1368. It targets THC-infused beverages.
The bill is going to create a strict regulatory framework for the sale, distribution, and possession of these drinks. It will also ban consumption or possession of open containers by drivers or passengers in motor vehicles.
And let's see here. It would be illegal for anyone under 21 to have them in their possession. We asked you, of course, do you think those THC beverages need a little more regulation in Florida? 130 people plus voted. 40% said yes. 60% said no.
We are sneaking up on 7:32 on a Monday, and it is a chilly Monday. Brooke, you told us it was going to happen. Thank you. I got all the plants inside where they're now cowering in the garage saying, gosh, it's pretty cold in here too.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly this morning. We are going to be looking at some cooler weather as we head into your week ahead, so not going to be looking at too much of a change. We'll have a few changes each and every day, but we are looking overall just cooler than average. And right now we do have those nice, beautiful skies this morning over our Orange Beach, Alabama camera. It's gorgeous. It's just cold, so make sure you do have the jackets as you head out and about. Nothing else to slow you down. We do have temperatures around 30 in Jay, 34, Century 36, Pensacola 36 in Navarre. We are expecting your temperatures to feel cooler than this. With the winds, it's going to feel more like the 20s and the 30s if you are exposed to that wind. So keep that in mind if you are going to be out and about. It is just going to be quite chilly in that wind. We have dropped overall about 15 degrees in some areas. That is a big drop down from yesterday, so you will certainly notice that difference this morning. Your radar is looking dry. We're going to be seeing some nice calm skies as we head into your day today. We will be looking at our next chance of rain on Wednesday, but that is looking very isolated. We're going to be tracking out those showers for you right now. We're just going to be looking at the breeze. We do have 10 to about 15 miles an hour coming in from the northeast.
Let's get a quick look outside Interstate 10 near Bread Lane this morning. Light traffic there, and we have no issues to report.
We do have a couple of advisories for you this week. First of all, the intersection at West Spencer Field Road and Giddens Lane in Pace, that will close today as crews begin construction of a roundabout. So they're asking everybody to be careful in the area, find another way around. If you happen to live in that area, of course, you will still have access to get to and from your home.
There's more. Construction begins today at exit 10 on I-10. That's 29. Westbound traffic will be down to one lane between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. That should last through Thursday night.
Now, this is interesting. The city of Crestview is going to discuss approving a $30 million loan that they would take out for infrastructure improvements.
The money going to a number of projects, including remodeling of Okaloosa Fire Station number 3, a new gym for Parks and Recreation, a new public works facility. It has to be approved, of course, by the city council. They plan to vote on the resolution today.
Opening Doors in Northwest Florida, as well as Escambia County, are looking for volunteers for their annual Point in Time count. What it is part of a national effort to understand how many people really are experiencing homelessness in our area. This would involve people that you know, and then going out sometimes in the woods to find people that they may not be as much aware of.
The effort directs resources and services to those who need them. Volunteers invited to attend a training session at Opening Doors, Northwest Florida. That's on New Warrington Road. It's tomorrow and Thursday from 5:30 till 7:30. Supply donations are also, by the way, accepted.
In case you hadn't heard, the parade routes have changed for downtown Pensacola, and we've got several coming up. The new route will cross Garden Street and head south along Jefferson Street to Maine. Of course, this is all happening because of construction on Palafox.
Route changes impacting a number of parades, including the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, January 19th, the Crew of Lafitte Parade, February 13th, and the Grand Mardi Gras Parade. That's on Valentine's Day. A dual reason to have a nice time. Everything you need to know at WEARTV.com.
All right. Stay with us. One of the first food trends of 2026 is here. The humble cabbage, finally coming into its moments of glory.
Blake Shelton clearing the air about his relationship status with Gwen Stefani. What he has to say about all the rumors that they're going south. But now, we're going to just take a moment to enjoy, well, for me, it's a full coffee break because my cup is empty.
Oh, nice work. Theater of the mind. Mine's cold. Hopefully yours is better than ours. We love having you with us.
how do you feel? How do you really feel about cabbage? 2 out of 3 of us here like cabbage.
Yeah, well, one
I
of
like
us
cabbage.
doesn't
I mean, I
it.
don't hate it. I just don't like the crunch. I don't like crunchy greens.
Everybody has their thing about vegetables, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But cabbage is in. It is emerging as one of the first food trends of 2026. So forget your stereotype. It's boiled, it's bland, it's stinky. Cabbage is being reimagined.
Yeah, it's because it's versatile and affordable. It reflects the shift towards practical everyday ingredients that still deliver on flavor. And it does have high levels of vitamin C, folate, and potassium.
It also known, by the way, for anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It's good for your gut and good for your heart.
Did you get the feeling that maybe these two aren't as excited as I am about the cabbage? I'm telling you, it's fabulous and versatile. However, if you tend toward bloating, I just put up with the bloating. That's why my dress is loose today.
You tend towards bloating?
I probably shouldn't have shared that much.
You know, you think you know a person, then you find these things out.
I don't think I'm the only one.
No.
It's kind of common.
Do you tend towards bloating?
I don't know.
I don't. So
I don't think Brooke really
don't
wants
pay
to talk
attention.
about her bloating.
I don't really know what bloating is.
Oh my gosh.
Does it hurt? It's like a stomach ache?
Yeah, it's like when it's like when you feel like you're going to have kittens. It's like
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Okay, you guys. So anyway, we were talking about cabbage.
It has high fiber as well, and you know fiber is great for you. Do you
It makes you
do you like fiber, Laura?
love it.
She likes fiber. Let's see. One chef is suggesting you slice it thin, cook it over high heat until it's golden brown, bringing out the natural sweetness of the cabbage. But beware, it could make you bloat.
We're never talking about cabbage again.
Now this is
So you
interesting.
know. Yeah,
This
oh my
is
gosh,
really,
this is crazy.
Yeah.
The whole AI thing has gotten nuts. It's about Blake Shelton, right?
He says he simply does not believe anything he sees online anymore because all these rumors are floating around about he and Gwen being, love on the rocks, no big surprise, so on and so forth. And he sees pictures of them and he says, I don't own that shirt. That's not my car. We were never there. And
So the picture is completely AI, and his point, obviously, if the picture is false, don't believe the news.
Yeah, they appear to be doing fine.
Oh, yeah.
They shared the video together from New Year's Eve. They did meet on The Voice in 2014 and started dating the following year.
Just a word of wisdom from Blake Shelton.
all our stories, big and small, serious or lighthearted, are available on our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com and then look for WEAR News. You'll find all our news there, including the Morning Minute. Just search out WEAR News. It's all there.
This morning, rescue efforts continue in the Philippines after that terrible landfill collapse, where the death toll stands as workers still search for survivors.
Dozens still missing. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but I mean, just amazing, really, in a bad way. A landfill collapsed in the Philippines.
Now think about this. It happened Thursday in the central Philippines, and they're still searching. 110 workers were there when it all happened. Right now, we know there are 4 confirmed deaths. 12 people have been sent to the hospital, and as of Friday, 36 people were missing. They have not updated the tally since then. Signs of life, they say, have been detected. The search and rescue continues. They believe many are still trapped inside buildings. And in Alaska, an avalanche caught on camera. It happened Friday, and officials in Juneau were urging some residents to evacuate and others to be ready because of the avalanche threat. An emergency response worker recorded the video, says he saw several avalanches under 2 hours. No major injuries, though, reported. I figured out why Brooke doesn't bloat.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because she's an athlete.
I also just think I have a really strong stomach. I've never had food poisoning. I just don't. I think it just digests well.
Well, good for you.
We are so happy that for the rest of us, they do say that some movement
can
help with that. And one of Pensacola's biggest races is less than a month away now.
Yeah, the Double Bridge Run. I'm going to be running it. It's on February 7th. It's a 15K race. There's also a 5K race. The course carries runners across Pensacola Bay and the Santa Rosa Sound through Bayfront Parkway, Gulf Breeze, then Pensacola Beach. It goes over 3 Mile and Bob Sykes Bridge. Once again, there's also a 5K.
Now, you were saying that the Bob Sykes Bridge is a little bit tougher than the 3 Mile Bridge.
Yeah, and it might just be because it's the last one you do, and it's really at the end. You've got maybe a mile left to go at that point, but it's a tough one. But the 3 Mile, it's about a half mile up, and then you get to go down. And
But you're tougher.
We'll be pulling for you. In the meantime, I'm just so glad there's nothing, cross fingers, that I have to do outside today, because this is not fun.
Yeah, it is quite chilly this morning, and we are looking at the 30s. We're still going to be looking at temperatures this afternoon in the 50s, very cold for this time of year. We're going to be looking at those temperatures staying chilly as we go through your week. Right now, we are taking that live look over our Okaloosa Island camera. It is gorgeous this morning. We do have that beautiful sunrise that we just saw. We're going to be looking at some nice weather through your afternoon. Just chilly, so just grab the jackets. Right now, we are seeing anywhere from about 31. There's a look at where we're seeing temperatures just at or below freezing. Most of us above freezing. We're seeing anywhere from 34 to about 37 for the range for most of us. You can see your winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour coming in from the north. Now, even though we are looking at we're avoiding freezing for the most part right now, it's going to feel like freezing as we do have those winds, making it feel much cooler, feeling like the 20s and 30s. That's why you want the big jackets this morning. You will be looking at your radar staying nice and dry. We'll have plenty of sunshine through your day, a few passing clouds. As you head into the rest of your week, we are looking at some changes. We are watching our next cold front that's going to be moving in on Wednesday, and then we have a second cold front that's going to be moving in on Saturday. Both of those cold fronts do have isolated rain chances. The main thing with that is just going to be reinforcing that cooler, drier air. So you can see as you go through your day today, we're going to be looking nice. Your Tuesday looking nice and sunny. Tuesday evening, clouds roll in. This is ahead of that cold front. Isolated showers will have a tiny chance of rain, 20%. Overall, we'll keep it low at just about 20%. Heading into your Thursday, we are going to be looking at your conditions dropping, temperatures dropping as we have that cold front move through. We're going to go from the 50s Monday, Tuesday, 60s on Wednesday, dropping into the upper 40s for Thursday. So there's that cool down, back in the upper 50s by Friday, Saturday upper 50s, and then Sunday lower 50s. So we are going to be looking at those temperatures really just running around those cooler than average ranges as we head into your week ahead. And this is a trend that lasts 6 to 10 days from now from the Climate Prediction Center, looking below average. So we are going to be looking at those trends below average well into next week. Let's take a look at your sea-tow marine forecast. We do have 1 foot for the Gulf. Winds out of the north-northeast at about 10 to 15 knots. And we do have your yellow flags flying with a good chance we'll have either yellow or green flags as we go later on today. Let's take a look at that week ahead. You can see we do have some cooler temperatures this week. We were starting your January off well above average for the time of year. Now we're looking well below average. We're going to be in the 50s, low 50s. We'll actually be closer to average Tuesday, Wednesday in the upper 50s, low 60s. Small chance of rain on Wednesday with our cold front, and that does cool us off as we head into your Thursday. We should still be not too chilly as we go into Thursday morning. We'll still see the upper 30s, but no freeze because that cooler air does move in throughout the day on Thursday. We'll feel the full effect Friday, but by Friday afternoon, back in the upper 50s Saturday. Our second cold front moves in Saturday with another small chance of rain. And then as you head into Sunday, our temperatures will settle back down again into the 30s 40s as you wake up Sunday morning, and then the low 50s for your highs as you go into Sunday afternoon. You can see your rain chances overall very minimal this week. Only days that we could see it would be Wednesday and Saturday.
Checking out your Monday morning drive, looking across the Escambia Bay Bridge this time. Everything is moving smoothly and traffic's picking up somewhat. It is 7:49 now.
This will make your day. A magical moment for a young boy when he met Mickey Mouse.
Okay, this is just precious, but a New Jersey family just wrapped up a magical trip to Walt Disney World thanks to a little boy's love of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, let's meet Molly Valentine, and his family shared some video from a recent Disney on Ice show when he just really basically breaks down at the sight of Mickey Mouse.
Good boy. He said that's my boy. I'm not okay. How was you crying when Mickey came out?
He's my buddy. I want a hug. But look at that. Earlier before the show, I was like, oh man, I can hardly stand to see a little kid cry. And everybody's like, stop. Happy tears.
Disney, of course, put together a trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando, where we got to meet Mickey Mouse for the first time. Disney says his reaction of a mix of surprise, joy, and happiness was wonderful, so the whole family got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. We need that on a Monday. Look at that.
It's precious.
Chime In is sponsored by Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
Well,
right,
thank you, Marilyn Habrell, right? Last week, she visited the Palafox Pier.
What a great shot. And from Brittany Dillard, we have one called Highway 98 Navarre. I just thought, what a great spot to stop and take in the view. Thank you, Brittany.
Okay, after these messages, we'll be right back. The Morning Current's all about you engaging with us. Scan the QR code on your screen to join in any number of conversations. Also send us your pictures, videos, and comments. Let us know what kind of questions you have. Could be related to a story or something just happening in your town, or maybe you just want to know something. We'll try to find out the answer.
Yeah, ask us anything. What the heck?
We are going to be looking at some cool temperatures as we head into your next couple of days. Really through the week, we do have some cooler weather. We are going to be looking at a couple more cold fronts. They are going to be weak in terms of the rain, but they're really just going to reinforce that cooler air. You can see temperatures closer to average Tuesday and Wednesday. As you head into Thursday, we will be our coolest day. We will be waking up in the upper 30s, but temperatures cool through your afternoon. We'll be hardly getting out of those upper 40s. As you head into Friday, we'll be back in the upper 50s Saturday with our second cold front. Brings us another very small chance of rain, but it does keep those low 50s on Sunday.
Until tomorrow, we just wish the day for you that feels like that kid smile when he saw Mickey Mouse. Have a great one.
See you tomorrow.